What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, man. Thank you for tuning in today. We got a new video. Uh, Social media couple shot and killed by their own neighbor, man. Times getting crazy out there. Everybody packing. So, yeah, man. If you're new to the channel, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, man. I appreciate it. All the love is appreciated, man. All the support is needed, and I appreciate everybody that comes to the channel and supports me. So, I just want to give gratitude to everybody. So, if you please could like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get into it, man.
This is the story of Sequoia Lamar and Deasia Morris, a popular couple on TikTok and YouTube, whose lives were tragically cut short in a senseless act of violence. Sequoia, a 20-year-old dancer and hair braider, and her 24-year-old girlfriend Deasia, shared their life, love, and adventures with their growing audience. Their social media presence was filled with joyful moments, dance videos, and glimpses into their fun-loving relationship. Sadly, their lives would come to a tragic end. Their alleged killer was their own neighbor, Ty Deshaun Stevens. What started as a dispute over something as trivial as tires escalated into a deadly confrontation that left Sequoia and Deasia with 13 gunshot wounds between them. But why did this argument turn so deadly? Was there more to the story than what was first reported? And will the man accused ever face the full weight of justice? It takes us to Huntsville, Alabama. 20-year-old Sequoia Lamar was a multi-talented young woman with a bright future ahead of her. She was a gifted dancer who showcased her skills on TikTok and other social media platforms, captivating audiences with her energy and precision. Dancing was more than just a hobby for Sequoia, it was her passion and creative outlet. In addition to her talent for dance, she was also an exceptional hair braider. She had the rare ability to braid her
Man, this girl was talented. She was doing her thing, doing her social media presence, doing hair. She pretty. She had a lot going for herself, man. She was confident, young, vibrant woman, life just got cut short. It's just sad. Sad to see these type of things happen, in our community, but it's a crazy world we live in. So, cops killing people, all type of stuff. It's just, you know. But anyways, let's get back into it, man.
own hair, as well as style others with intricate and beautiful designs. Sequoia was growing as a social media influencer, vlogging her daily life for her followers.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be little snippets of my birthday vlog. So, me before I get my hair done, it's nappy and everything else. But I'll be back when it's time and you're washed and everything. Okay, y'all, it's the next day. I vlogged a little bit last night, but I had a good time at my dinner. And now I'm heading in the nail shop to get my nails done. Okay. And I'll be back. What's up, y'all? I'm back. And y'all, I had a stressful ass time in the nail shop because my car was declining. I'm like, how's declining with money on there? Anyways, I ended up paying all in cash when that was not my plan, even though like I still got money, but I just like shit to go, how I plan to do it or whatnot. And y'all look at the nails, get into it, yeah. Period. I had to give y'all a close up on the nails.
Sequoia also had a deep love for cooking, and often showcased her culinary skills on.
Yeah, she looked like she was enjoying her life, man. She was having the time of her life. It got cut short. Multi-talented, can cook. You know, could have been somebody's wife one day. Shit happens. It's crazy.
Social media.
Today, your girl's finna be doing a cooking video for y'all. Period. I'm finna show y'all how I make the noodle bowl. but I ain't using no noodles. Okay, y'all gonna see how it's gonna be at the end. But right now, I'm finna show y'all what it's looking like. Okay, now I got the eggs boiling. I got the corn and the potatoes boiling. Let me show y'all. Hold on, my camera key. But my potatoes is at the bottom. Y'all see? Yeah. Okay. So now, okay, y'all. So right now, I'm just waiting for my potatoes, corn, and eggs to get done. And then I'm going to start on my sausage, and I'm going to show y'all how I season it. I already cut them up. They beef smoked sausage. I don't put too much, but I put enough. I use Obey because it's only right, okay? I just do a little, 1, 2. Okay, y'all, this the final result. Oh, period.
She enjoyed trying new recipes, experimenting with
And she can cook. Stop playing, boy. Hear me? Stop playing. Tuh. That shit look fire. Shit, making me hungry right now. I'm about to go make me a plate. Shit. I'm getting hungry just looking at her shit.
different flavors, and sharing her creations with her followers. From comforting soul food classics to innovative dishes, she took pride in making meals that brought people together. Cooking was not just a skill for Sequoia, it was another form of self-expression, a way to share her love and creativity with those around her. Sequoia was in a relationship with 24-year-old Deasia Monique Morris. Deasia was affectionately known as Mo Ortiz, was born on March 20, 1999. She attended J.O. Johnson High School and worked at Aeropostale. Together, Sequoia and Deasia were a fun-loving and adventurous couple. Their relationship was filled with laughter, shared dreams, and an unbreakable bond. Their love story was one of joy and resilience, a relationship that inspired those who knew them. They navigated life's ups and downs together, always standing by each other's side. Sequoia and Deasia also had a YouTube channel where they engaged with their audience by answering fan questions and allowing their followers to get to know them on a more personal level.
Your first question is, where's the craziest place you had sex? Craziest place? Yeah. I ain't gonna say I had sex in, crazy ass place because I'm big on, letting my girl have her privacy and let her be comfortable and shit like that. So I'll say private school.
What?
Yeah, I forgot about that shit. But yeah. Okay. Okay.
Doing it in the bathroom. That was a common thing, though. I ain't gonna lie. At the dance, we used to have our dances back in the day. Little 7th grade, 8th grade dances and stuff. Like, even high school, homecoming, prom, sliding in the bathroom. You hear me? Shit, getting it in. That was common, though. So, you know.
That's your answer, so I'm not even gonna answer something. Okay. Has somebody ever just turned you off to the point where you're like, ew? Hell yeah. Every bitch I fucked when I was younger. Ew. I was just bored. Just a little hit and quit. Okay.
They shared behind-the-scenes moments of their life together, from their daily routines to relationship advice.
I ain't gonna lie, she dipped in butter. Like, tough. Shit. You got the chicks out here dressing flyers and the niggas and shit. This shit crazy. Like, yeah, she bad though. I like her. She got her heels, you know. She got the red heels with the red purse, hair done, nails done. She beautiful. Sad her life had to end so short, you know what I mean? Crazy.
Creating a strong and supportive online community. Their channel was a space where they celebrated love, joy, and authenticity, making their viewers feel like they were part of their journey. Their chemistry and humor made them relatable, and their openness resonated deeply with their growing fan base.
Okay, the question is, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Farting in class thinking it was gonna be silent, but that's You want your question first? question is, what's the freakiest thing you've ever done? And you gotta say it. Ass.
Oh man.
She want me to say it.
What's up with this new generation? That's the thing now. That's the thing. That's the thing with this new generation. Everybody eating ass. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Turn up, right? Turn up. Shit. That's the new vibe. That's what the majority of people doing now. They even got older couples trying it and stuff. So things have changed. It's getting freakier and freakier every day.
It's so bad. No, I don't. Yeah, I rocked his late ass before. No, I don't. And I'm gonna get that out.
On Tuesday, August 29th, 2023, their love story came to a tragic and horrifying end in their Huntsville home. The alleged killer was their own neighbor, Ty Deshaun Stevens. What started as a dispute over something as trivial as tires escalated into a deadly confrontation that left Sequoia and Deasia with 13 gunshot wounds between them.
Well, just in the last hour, we have learned more details about the deadly shooting on Bonnell Drive in Huntsville earlier today.
Huntsville police identified the two victims of that shooting to News 19, saying they are still searching for the person responsible for those shootings.
Now, police identified the people killed in the shooting as Deasia Morris and Sequoia Lamar. Huntsville police say that officers responded to calls about the shooting around 10:40 this morning, and at this time, police have not released a lot of details about the suspect they are looking for, but investigators believe it's an isolated incident.
The crime, which happened in broad daylight, sent law enforcement officers on an intense search for the suspect, their neighbor 23-year-old Ty Stevens. The events that led up to this double homicide were seemingly trivial. Witnesses and investigators later revealed that Sequoia, Deasia, and Ty had been involved in an ongoing dispute, reportedly over something as minor as car tires. It was this disagreement that escalated into an argument that would turn deadly. The first reports of gunfire came in around 10:40 a.m. that Tuesday morning. Residents called 911, reporting multiple gunshots echoing through the apartment complex. When officers from the Huntsville Police Department arrived at the 4400 block of Bonnell Drive, they discovered the bodies of Sequoia and Deasia lying near their apartment, both fatally wounded. According to the coroner's report, both women had been shot multiple times. A total of 13 rounds were fired between them. Within hours of the shooting, Huntsville police identified Ty Stevens as the primary suspect. They obtained 2 capital murder warrants against him, and immediately issued a "be on the lookout" alert, warning that he was armed and dangerous. SWAT teams and police officers swarmed the area, searching for any sign of him. At one point, a SWAT vehicle was spotted near the crime scene, suggesting that officers may have initially believed he was still in the area. However, Ty had already fled. Investigators suspected he was either in Anniston, Alabama, or Columbia, South Carolina. The U.S. Marshals Service Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force took over the manhunt, tracking his movements across state lines. For a week, authorities searched for Ty. His vehicle, a silver car with an unknown tag, was being tracked. While the police had no immediate confirmation of his whereabouts, intelligence led them to Anniston, Alabama. On Wednesday, September 6, 2023, exactly 1 week after the murders, U.S. Marshals found Ty in Anniston and took him into custody without incident. Ty was swiftly transported back to Madison County, where he was booked into the Madison County Jail under 2.
What? A week? My boy. Damn. A week? What was you doing? I mean, he young though, so he just gonna be outside running around, get caught driving, right in the car, doing all type of other shit. He was reckless. Come on, man, you shot 2 girls 13 times. Damn, bro. That's overkill. No wonder they hit you with capital murder. That shit crazy, but it is what it is. I mean, shit, they got him. Depends on what happens next. What he does with his time in jail, whatever the case may be. But damn, a week. Come on, my boy. Shit. Damn. Stay out the way. A week, bro? Come on. Anyways, man, let's get back to it.
2 capital murder charges. He was held without bond as investigators continued gathering evidence for prosecution. Ty's first court appearance was scheduled for September 20, 2023, for a felony examination. The judge would determine if there was enough evidence to send the case to a grand jury. However, given the overwhelming evidence, including eyewitness testimony, forensic analysis, and the fact that Ty fled the scene, there was
Damn.
little doubt that the case would proceed to trial.
A man accused in a double murder from 2023 was denied a second requested bond this afternoon. Ty Stevens faces 2 capital murder charges for shooting and killing 2 of his neighbors. WAFO 48's Noah Cow was in court today and has the latest.
Ty Stevens was back in court today, with his attorneys looking for the judge to grant him bond this time around. Stevens was initially denied bond a year and a half ago, and as his family watched today, the judge came to the same decision. Stevens was indicted on 2 capital murder charges last October after being accused of shooting and killing 24-year-old Deja Morris and 20-year-old Sequoia Lamar, both of whom were his neighbors. Investigators believe the 3 were in an argument about tires, which led up to the shooting. Evidence shows Stevens allegedly shot the victims 13 times combined. Stevens will stay in jail without bond until his murder trial, which is scheduled for August of next year.
As expected, on November 1st, 2023, the case was formally presented to the grand jury, which would decide on indictments for capital murder. At this stage, the prosecution was preparing for...
And that's the thing. That's the thing about the grand jury. I want to speak about that. They do that so anybody that's like I'm not a lawyer or anything, but this is fact, and I know this. So your preliminary hearing is basically like where they bring all the evidence, to the forefront, stuff like that, or whatever. And then if they don't have enough evidence, they can't proceed with the case or whatever. So when they go to the grand jury or whatever, the grand jury just automatically indicts you. So you just automatically you don't get your preliminary hearing, and then they can just basically play with you then. So yeah, a lot of prosecutors like to do that. I've been noticing that with like a lot of public cases that's been going on, like with multiple like other celebrities and stuff like that. So they do that so they can basically tie you down so you can't like try to do a speedy trial or have a preliminary hearing or something like that. So yeah, it's just a game that they play.
For what was expected to be a high-profile trial. Since Alabama allows the death penalty for capital murder convictions, this case could lead to either life imprisonment without parole or a death sentence for Ty. At the time of the court proceedings, Ty remained in custody without bond. The deaths of Sequoia and Deasia shattered their families. Sequoia's mother, Shamika, spoke out about the unbearable grief of losing her daughter. She described Sequoia as a bright, caring young woman who had dreams and aspirations that were cut short. In an emotional plea, Shamika asked for justice for her daughter and her daughter's girlfriend, Deasia. Deasia's brother, Dantes, described the shock of receiving the phone call about his sister's death. "It didn't register in my head," he said in an interview. He later revealed that he found out through a Facebook Live video, a horrifying and traumatic way to learn about a loved one's murder.
It's been a devastating time for these families, and it was tragic when they got the news that Deasia Morris and Sequoia Lamar were shot and killed. It happened Tuesday, August 29th, just after 10 a.m.
Nobody believed it. Like, when she called me and she told me that they found Dee passed away and Sequoia passed away, it didn't register in my head up until we saw Facebook and there was a live on Facebook of their bodies on the floor. Yeah, so it was kind of hard to find out that way.
It's been a painful month for the Morris family as they deal with the painful reality of never seeing their loved one again.
She was like our Michael Jackson, She was the star of the family. She was the star of the Fab Five, She's a family-oriented person. So is Sequoia as well. They were both bubbly, goofy, funny little girls,
Sequoia Lamar's mother says it's been an incredibly difficult time for their family.
Me and my family, my boys, mother, dad, husband, everybody, we suffered a great loss. We really just trying to pick up the pieces since the funeral and everything. It's been really hard and a tough struggle dealing with this.
King says her and her daughter were very close.
Very talented. She was very sweet, and her and her friend Deasia did not deserve this. And I just ask for you guys to keep us in prayer, and I just want justice for my daughter and Deasia as well.
It's been a tough past month.
It looked like they caught her in the clothing store. They ran her down like paparazzi. Can we get some answers? You know what I'm saying? We got some questions. Damn, I know it's gotta hurt, to be a mother, lose your daughter like that. It's crazy, man. You know, life get cut short at any given moment, man. You gotta cherish life, man. You gotta be grateful that, God even gave you breath, that you even breathing right now. That you even got to experience this, to actually be here and, actually live through this, you know what I mean? To actually exist, you know? So it's just a blessing, Life can get cut off at any moment. It can get cut short like that. So, count your blessings, man.
For both victims' families as they mourn their losses and figure out their new normal. As for suspect Ty Deshaun Stevens, he remains in the Madison County Jail without bond, and his court date is set for November 1st.
Both families struggled with funeral expenses. A GoFundMe campaign was launched to raise funds for Sequoia's burial, with a goal of $8,000. By the time of reporting, it had raised $3,980. The Huntsville community mourned the tragic loss of two young women. Friends and loved ones left messages on their obituary tribute walls, expressing grief, love, and disbelief. The pain was evident in every message. People recalled the laughter, kindness, and energy Sequoia and Deasia brought into their lives. The crime also sparked conversations about gun violence and domestic disputes in the community. Many questioned how a minor argument could escalate into such a violent tragedy. Others pointed out the ease with which Ty fled, raising concerns about law enforcement response times. As of now, Ty remains in the Madison County Jail, awaiting trial. His fate rests in the hands of the court system, but the families of Sequoia and Deasia continue to fight for justice. They hope for a conviction that will ensure he is held accountable for the pain and loss he caused. This tragedy should never have happened. The senseless loss of Deasia Morris and Sequoia Lamar over an argument is heartbreaking and unimaginable. No dispute should ever escalate to such violence, and it's devastating that their lives were taken so soon. My condolences to their friends and family.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Uh, it was young. These was kids, man. Young adults, losing their life at an early age like that. Two lives lost, and then plus a third, because he gonna do time. I mean, they hit him with two capital murder, so shit, he probably gonna do life. Might get the death penalty. I pray he don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish death on anybody. I don't think anybody should have that type of power besides God. But it is what it is. We in America, and they got the death penalty. So I just pray for the families and everybody that was involved in this situation. Uh, Rest in peace to this young girl. May her soul rest in heaven. And, may the family, you know, heal from this eventually. But yeah, man, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming back to the channel. I've been gone for a little bit, had some things going on, but I'm back full effect. We're gonna keep uploading these videos. We're gonna keep talking about stuff. We're gonna keep researching. We're gonna keep learning. We're gonna keep growing together. So I appreciate everybody for coming to the channel and supporting me, man. If you please like the video, leave a comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel, man. I really appreciate it. Until next time, peace.